Alright guys, tomorrow I'm going to go see the temples. I'm going to go see the Angkor Wat first. I mentioned something to my hotel desk that I was going to go do that tomorrow, and they were like, oh, you should book through us, it'll be cheaper. I'm like, ah, cool. So I have a tuk-tuk picking me up at 4:30 in the morning, which is a little brutal, but I've got some Red Bull to help me out. It's even got the pull tab, so I could win more Red Bull. That'd be really cool. I'm going to the Angkor Wat is the big one, and then there's a couple other temples that are surrounding it, and it used to be just a giant city, almost the first city of 1 million people that we know about. So I'm gonna go around the other temples, the rest of the ancient city, and I'm so excited to take you guys with me and to record all of it and just to see all of it. Everyone that I know who's been is like, it's the most unbelievable thing, like on par with like the pyramids type of thing. You go there and you just cannot, it's just, it seems like it can't possibly be real, but it's right there. So I'm so excited for it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, friends. I did not sleep very well last night. I don't think it was because I was super excited. I think I just couldn't fall asleep. But regardless, today is the day. Here we go. We'll get on the tuk-tuk now. It's 4:30 in the morning, and we're gonna be at the temple for half the day, and then I'm gonna go home and take the fattest nap ever. All right, the sun's finally cresting up enough over the horizon that you can see the Angkor Wat, and I'm in the complex right now, surrounded by beautiful buildings, and I have befriended a photographer who is a former tour guide named Dora. So I'm gonna, he's like, you help me, I help you. So I think he's gonna give me like something of a tour-ish, and then I'm gonna pay him for some photos, and yeah. Even just like the handrail, it's worn away from years of rain, but it's all hand carved out of stone. I just imagine that if someone screwed up one of these big blocks, they must have replaced the whole thing, and everyone hated that guy that screwed up. Everyone's looking this way towards the temple, but if you turn around, it's also beautiful. It's so big, just open, and you can't hear any of the noises from the cities. You don't hear any cars running or anything. It's just bugs and birds, and you can hear the roosters going because it's so early in the morning. I'm just in one of the side buildings, and this isn't even the main thing, and I'm just in awe of all the carving, all the, like, how did someone make this out of rock? Just individual blocks carried from God knows where. I just can't imagine how many lifetimes it would take me to carve this out of stone so symmetrically, so evenly. It's not even a significant portion. There's one on both sides. They're everywhere. Like these right here. This is just a window, and these are just all made out of stone. There must be hundreds of these, like pinecone shaped things. Best I can tell, it's all one block. Incredible. So I was just told that these outbuildings are actually libraries, or they were libraries back in the day, which is interesting. That's not what I would have guessed, because they don't really have like shelves for books or scrolls. I wonder what kind of books they had in here and what did they read? It's very fascinating. They have Nagas, the dragons guarding the gate. We are walking into the temple now. Guarded by lions? I don't know. Wow, they have lotus flowers all around the door frame, and the carvings are so intricate. And they have women everywhere. Even as you go higher, there's so much. This is so cool. All the carvings are super worn from just years of weathering. But they're still there and you can still tell what they are. And they're just absolutely everywhere. What is? Just for water?
Yeah, for the water. This is for the rain.
It's...
Raining season, put the water.
Ah, wow.
No rain in the water.
Wow.
Just only raining season.
So it's just water reserves for the rainy season, and they have stairs over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing for the temple.
Oh my gosh.
This one is the third floor.
So that's where the king lives, yeah?
Yes.
Or used to live?
Before today, now not open. Today now is a close.
Yeah.
A lot of people Cambodia, you go to up, you want to place.
I see, I see. Is this real? How can this be real? So I was told earlier that's the third story, and that's where the king used to live when he was living here. So it was part temple and then part castle, I guess, for the king. And looking around, a lot of the rocks have small holes in them, and I was told that that is how they, when they quarried them, that was the easiest way to carry them, either with rope or with wood on top of elephants, probably. Man, it just keeps going. All the stairs are super, super steep as well. Yeah, so we're on the second story. I guess I didn't realize we were on the second story. This is a little courtyard, still all carved. And thank God they have wooden stairs, because the stone stairs are just brutal to go up and down. The monks must have crazy calves. So I was told that these used to be open windows, and then sort of recently they've closed them off because on the other side there's a steep drop off and people were hopping off and hurting themselves. Inside there is a really long piece of carving, and I really want to see that. I've read about that online, so I can't wait to show you guys. So I just read a little snippet about this. Wow, the elephants. So they're churning the sea of milk is what's happening. And that god is holding the head of a naga, and it said there's 92 people holding the head, and then there's a turtle in the middle, and then 88 people holding the tail. So 200, or not 200, 180 total figures. And then look, there's like gods dancing above, churning the sea. They're all still pulling on the snake. The whole thing is 50 meters long. I just cannot imagine how many people, how many hours it would have taken to do this. And they are just all identical. They're all identical. Remarkably impressive. I just can't stop saying how stupid impressive all of this is. Oh, there's the turtle. A little hard to see. Holding a sword, wow. And then all of these figures are holding the tail. didn't even notice this the first time, but now in the sunlight, it's much easier to see. But there's a whole bunch of fish in the ocean. Makes sense. It's carved all the way up there. Up here as well. Even the stuff that you just don't look at. The ceiling is carved with lotus flowers. There's more carvings on this wall. This one is not in such good shape as the other one. Looks like it's seen a lot of wear and tear. And it depicts heaven and hell. Interesting. This one's 66 meters long. Looks like here they're stoking a fire or stabbing, whatever that is. I think it's fire. Looks like fire. People are stoking the fire to put people in there. These ones are easier to see too. They're the gods or demons, I suppose, have swords, and the tiny people are the lost souls. These people are bound by their necks, and it looks like their hands as well. The elephants are even joining in on the torture. And people are carrying what I would assume are gods on pedestals. This is so interesting because these are all 3 different rocks, and yet they come to make the same pattern everywhere. They do it with people, they do it with the flowers. Beautiful, beautiful, incredible.
5 years, 3 years.
So we're walking on a modern bridge, but this is the moat that goes around the whole thing. You can't even see the end of it. It's 5 kilometers around, they say. Handmade as well, dug out with shovels. We're leaving the temple. Yeah, so I didn't see these on the way in. That's the gorgeous bridge that goes to the temple filled with 1 million people. But there's Nagas and lions. I think it's really interesting that they have lions because lions are not native to Cambodia. So I don't know why they have lions. Symbols of strength. Also torn apart by the Khmer Rouge. Alright, so we've left the Angkor Wat and I'm gonna get back on the tuk-tuk to another temple. Paid for the photos, they were definitely way too much, but I negotiated it down a bit. They were good photos, so I'm not tripping about it too much, I guess. I'll see you guys at the next temple.